Hey there, DigiWorld. I know it's been a while, and thank you for being patient with me. A lot has happened over the last few months, and most of it has been really great. Let's start from where we left off. I finally got the prototype flying with my flight controller. Let's check it out. When it flew for the first time, I was really excited, and so were my kids. Right up until I crashed it trying to land. I had a lot of crash landings and spent way more time than I wanted to reprinting broken parts. I came to the conclusion that there was either a problem with my programming or I was just not a good pilot. Programming is my bread and butter, so I went with the idea that I probably wasn't a very good pilot. I finally decided to rebuild a prototype entirely out of carbon fiber, so at least if I crashed on landing, I didn't need to reprint parts every time. This would also give me the opportunity to practice flying more, and hopefully I would get better. Here is version 2 of the prototype. And I did get better at flying, after a lot of practice. That was a huge win for me, and a confidence booster which I desperately needed. In between practice flights, I began all the research for the full-scale drone build, and started ordering parts, supplies, and equipment. Back in the middle of May, we had to submit our final concept papers for the DARPA Lift challenge, along with video evidence of our build progression. This was the final milestone before DARPA would begin sending out invites. I continued working on things while I waited to find out if I was going to get a chance to compete in the competition, taking place in August. I decided that it would be beneficial for me to have a ground control station, GCS, to fly my drone. I would be able to see a lot more information about my drone, and I could use a joystick and throttle control instead of the sticks on an RC transmitter, which would make me so much more comfortable. The RC transmitter reminds me of being a teenager and playing video games with my brother. Spoiler alert, I was not good at video games. DARPA requested a build progression video again in early June. The next day they invited the first tranche of teams, 72 teams to be exact. I was not one of the teams selected. I knew that it was probably because I was not as far along in the build process as DARPA wanted. This is a tough challenge for me. I am a solo team. I work on this project entirely alone out of my garage. I do not have a large workspace with endless resources, and I don't have a team of people all working together. I'm also on a pretty tight budget because I don't have sponsors or donors supporting the build. I'm actually working on creating a Kickstarter project that I hope to launch in the next week or two. My goal for the Kickstarter is to share my story and inspire others to chase goals and innovate beyond what we think is possible. I also hope that it will help propel this project across the goal line by raising enough funds to complete the build and have spare parts on hand at the competition. I will share it with all of you when I launch the campaign. I will have some special swag and rewards for everyone that supports the Kickstarter. Aside from that, I still have a ton to do to get Vitruvius ready for the competition, and time is running out. I have about a month left before I need to make my way to Ohio. That's right, on June 20th I received an official invitation from DARPA to compete in the Lift Challenge. Out of all the teams that started this journey, this solo engineer working out of his garage made it into the top 150 teams, and I cannot wait to show the world what Vitruvius can do. Thank you all for the support and encouragement. Over the next month, I am fabricating a carbon fiber wing, testing and tuning the power generator, finishing the GCS, and refining the control system for an engine rotational unit, which allows me to have a variable pitch propeller on the tail of the aircraft. I then have lots of testing and tuning to do to ensure Vitruvius is ready to compete. I will try and get another video posted going into the competition, but my focus right now is getting Vitruvius ready. However, once this competition is over, I'll be sharing videos on everything from flight controller programming to carbon fiber fabrication techniques and hybrid power integration. Until next time, build, learn, innovate.